on Barry Charles Footy Show tonight. Yes, in today's video, Dez Hasler, is he out the door? Is the Warriors season over with Barnett's ACL season-ending injury? The Broncos, yes, the Broncos are in turmoil. Can they get out of it? Is Adam O'Brien going to be sacked as well? Or does Kalyn Ponga walk away and off to the Roosters? And yes, last of all on this video, we will talk about all the Galvin stuff, the sleets to Benji and Jerome Luai, and all the talk out of his talk with Danny Wilder on Channel 9. Let's get to it. Yes, what a week it's been. So remember, if you like the video, smash the like button and click on subscribe button so we can continue to spread the love of rugby league around the world, right here, right now. And it'd be much appreciated too, as you're one of my loyal supporters of the greatest game of all, rugby league. Yes, this is your favourite podcast right here, right now, Barry Charles Footy Show. Let's get to it. Welcome back, guys and gals. What a week it has been for the poor old Warriors. Can't take a trick. Every single season they seem to find something that just curtails their chances of winning a premiership. Flying high in third position, but yet again have to rely on the young guns to get them through as the injuries of the older heads, the experienced guys go down. And with Mitchell Barnett out for the season, is the Warriors season kaput? In my opinion, yes. I think they'll still make the finals, but I think to win the premiership without Mitchell Barnett, it'll be Herculean performance. Because basically what's going to have to happen is Jackson Ford or Neokore are going to have to go to start in the 10 position, and you move players around a little bit. But then you're going to be adding a Jacob Laban, a Tom Ale, and all these other young guns like Halasima and all that, Valmunga, all of them, Bunty Afoa, all have to step up and deliver and take the pressure off. So a lot of pressure is on Ford and Neokore to take that pressure off. And they're just one player injury, a season-ending injury, from completely cannot win the comp at all. You could argue to make the top 8 if James Fisher-Harris went down. Their season would be completely over. But they still have Fisher-Harris, who is the key to their line defence, but just a bit of question marks over that. So big for the Warriors, and just on the Warriors as well. DWZ, whatever that side of the attack, they say it starts from the middle of the field when they then try it on this side. It's been a Achilles heel for the Warriors for a long time, is out wide edge defence. And DWZ is very much in the money mode, can score tries, but he lets in as many tries as well. So there's a bit of work to do there for the team there going forward for the Warriors. So there we go. But yes, the Brisbane Broncos, folks. Yes, the Broncos. Nigel Maguire cannot get it done. Neither can see Bold. Kevin Walters was a clinch away from being a grand final. But you're talking about a pretender team. Absolute show ponies, whatever you want to call them. They just don't have the hard edge that the old Broncos teams used to have. So they really need to do something and turn this around. They need to turn it around quickly. There's a lot of pressure on this. Something's got to happen for the Broncos fans out there with Madge. But what needs to be done? Well, Billy Slater, I've heard this before, but pretty much if you're going to continue to do the same thing and expect a different result, then you're not going to do anything. So Madge Maguire needs to change his ways. Obviously, he's hard school, old school, and that doesn't work with the youth of today. You have to be more sensitive and all this jazz. So he needs to do a few things. He needs to change his tune, or he's got to find assistants that are younger and in the mold of able to coaching these players to understand what his philosophy is. And the big one, he's got to have the kahunas. He's got to have the guts. He's got to get rid of the riffraff. As I've been saying consistently, the big dogs, whoever that big dog is, and I'm telling you, it is a big dog because the rumours out of the camp don't come from the little dogs. It comes from the big dogs. So whether it's Payne Haas, whether it's Reece Walsh, whether it's Patrick Carrigan, I believe it's in their realm with one of those 3 players, if not a few of them. They need to be out the door. I don't care if they're the highest player playing in the club. Get rid of them. They are the cancer on the club, and they really need to get rid of them. If it's Huss, he wants more money, let him go. You got to do something about the big dogs, and whoever those people are. And I know there's some little dogs as well that'll be in this. They got rid of Tapau. They got to keep going. Got to get rid of whoever. Whoever's not towing the line, reserve grade, reserve grade, reserve grade. Simple as that. Just like they're doing with David Fafita at the Titans. You got to go reserve grade, and that's where you make the difference. And that's what Madge Maguire needs to do right now. Short-term pain for long-term gain. This is what they need to do, and follow the Bulldogs model, and that will get you done. And it's clearly what they need. They need to make some changes to some of the personnel on this team because it's not working. Because when the going gets tough, they falter, and that's the problem. They might be good players, or do they need to buy more leadership? Is that where the problem is? The leaders they got now are not true leaders. Is Kerrigan a true leader? He's a good player, don't get me wrong. But is he actually a leader of the club? That's my question mark. And when him and Adam Reynolds were having wrestle, fisticuffs, whatever, back in the, does that make you look like a true leader? Well, some people would say yes, but in this day and age, no. So there's just a few question marks over the Broncos. There needs to be some work done. Yeah, Dez Hasler, yes. My sources say he's gone, and he'll be gone very, very soon. Once the Titans are out of the running, yes, folks, once the Titans are out of the running for the season, see you later, alligator. He will be not renewed. He will be kicked out of the clause he has in his contract. If they don't make the top 8, they can get rid of him. No questions asked. That's what's happening. Brad Arthur wants the job. I believe he is the guy who's going to get the job unless there's something. They just want to confirm the man they got, and then once that top 8 opportunity is gone and it's getting closer and closer by every week, and it'll still be a few weeks away, it'll still at least be a month away. Dez has to turn it around very quickly, otherwise he is gone burger. If they don't make the top 8, Dez Hasler is gone, and it might be his last coaching career. Yes, don't worry folks, we're getting to Galvin very, very shortly. But first of all here, Adam O'Brien. Yes, where is he going? Is he out the door as well? Well, can he come up with a way of making the finals again? They've done it every other time. I'm not convinced this time. Ponga's just not. If Ponga turns it around, then yes. But interesting to leave Ponga out of a must-win game. It just makes no sense. I know they won the week before. But yeah, just leaving Ponga out, just not the right time to rest. I think they could have rested him maybe this week if you were going to rest him at all. But when you need to win, you've got to have your best players on the field. And he's trying to look after the player. I understand that. And he's doing the right thing and that sort of thing. But in terms of your season, it could be season defining. See you later at the door. So what's happening with Ponga? What's the answer here? Let's talk about rugby. Let's talk about him playing for the Kiwis. Let's talk about all this blah, blah, blah. He needs to come out and say, this is either rubbish or true. Because at the moment, this media spotlight just absolutely rubbish. I can tell you for certain, in 2027, he more than likely will be at the Roosters. Unless Tedesco continues to play on, he's going to the Roosters in 2027, I believe. But the question mark for Ponga is, will he take less money to go to a club to win a premiership? Because that is the question mark. Whether he wants the premiership, I'm sure he wants the premiership. He's going to have to take less money to go somewhere else. But yes, the Roosters is where he's on. If he was going to go next year, Tedesco would be retiring this year. That's where the talk is, and pushing for a release for Ponga. I'm expecting it will, because I don't see the Knights turning it around anytime soon. They haven't found a gun halfback, and no one wants to go there. So big pressure on there. And obviously for Ponga, for Warriors fans hoping he was going to go there, it ain't going to happen. They re-signed CNK. They pretty much told you. They looked at Ponga, they asked. Ponga said no, and that's why CNK got re-signed. So it'll be interesting to see. But yes, I expect both Dez Hasler and Adam O'Brien to be sacked by the end of the year. Yes, Lachlan Galvin. Yes, folks, what's going on all over the show here with Lachie Galvin? Well, I can tell you right now, he's basically saying the leadership shit at the Tigers. They can't develop me, and I want to be at a club that loves me. That is a whole lot of bullshit, if you ask me. Absolute rubbish. He wanted to go because he wants to be the top dog. He was not going to be the top dog at Tigers with Luai there. He wasn't going to be the top dog at Parramatta because Moses is there. He's going to this club because he knows he will be the chief playmaker, the top dog. That is why he's at the Bulldogs. Do not get it twisted any other way around it. That's why he wanted to go. It's not about development and all that. He thinks Benji's shit. He thinks Serraldo's good. It's simple as that. He's not even allowed to talk about it anyway. So to say he's going to say Benji is shit, he's not going to say that. But he's just going to use his words carefully in terms of what he will say. And that's basically what it comes down to. Luai and him didn't get along. As simple as that. That was pretty much the thing of the chase. He didn't like Luai being the top dog. He wanted to be the top dog. That as simple as that. In the Danny Wilder video, you're not going to get that out of him anyway, so what's the point of having an interview? In my opinion, what's the point of even having an interview if he's only going to be able to say the truth? Just a waste of time. But pretty much, okay, I understand he didn't go for money, but that's just, to me, stupidity on his point of view. But in saying that, you want to be somewhere where you're happy, so you could argue that as well. But to leave how much on the table? 2 million on the table? That's just, well, more than that, isn't it? 3 million on the table over 6 years. Absolutely madness. But yes, in terms of Lachlan Galvin, is he Jackson Hastings 2.0? Time will tell on the face of that. I really think a lot of pressure is on Rugby League and the Bulldogs to get this right and how he goes into the team. I think the Bulldogs lose the comp because of this. I think if you're looking right now in terms of the teams at the moment, Bulldogs defensively, yes. Warriors look like they're a bit of shaky ground. Right now, if you wanted to say the two teams for the grand final right now, this means it's going to be Raiders and Storm at the moment. I know Storm are inconsistent, but that's the way I'm leaning. Lachlan Galvin, of course, if it works out and he plays out of this world, of course, they win the comp. But I just got this feeling it could be a derail situation here, and they go backwards before they go forward sort of thing. We'll see. But that is Barry Charles Footy Show for this episode. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another video very, very soon.